welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of my FM21 save with Ajax Amsterdam. We're here on the transfers page. We've made one more transfer. It's a player that has left us. Well, he's gonna leave us in January. It is Zakaria Labiat. He is moving on to Victoria Pilsen in Poland. Is it Poland or is it Czech? It's Czech Republic, sorry. To Victoria Pilsen in Czech Republic. He's already 27 years old and he wasn't gonna feature in our plans. And even if we got a lot of injuries, I would much rather use a youth player because he is already 27 and hasn't got any potential anymore. So nothing personal against him, but he's just not gonna be good enough for our team. So he has moved on for 1.9 million, which is also his value. So we get 1.8 million in our transfer budget added for that. The reason why he's moving in January is because the deal went through about 5 hours after the deadline had passed. So it didn't happen this window anymore, so it will happen in the next one. So that's why we'll keep him for another 3 months at the club. So we're back a little bit earlier than I said. I said we would be back for the game against Feyenoord, of course. But my excited mind just completely forgot about the Champions League. Of course, a small detail, Champions League. So here we are. This is our group. We are in a group with Liverpool, Leipzig, and Club Brugge. Liverpool, of course, also in our group in real life. So that's cool. I think we should be able to manage to get through this group. Club Brugge we should be able to beat easily. Leipzig a little bit harder, and Liverpool I don't even need to start about that. And AZ also made it through to the group stages. They are in this tough group with Barcelona, Zenit, and Atalanta. They lost their first game 1-0 against Zenit. Very disappointing because if there is any team that they could beat, I think it is Zenit. Sadly, they lost in Russia, but who knows what's going to happen. Maybe they'll finish third and they'll move on to the Europa League where there are two clubs, PSV with AS Roma, Dynamo Moscow, and Standard Liège, and of course Feyenoord as well. Where are they? With Olympiacos, Djurgardens, and Basel. So I think Feyenoord should definitely move on through their group. PSV is a little bit harder. Hopefully they'll manage to finish in this exact order. And then of course, as I said, a very tough group, and ourselves with a tough group as well. But I think we should be able to move on to the knockout rounds, or at least finish third. I don't think we'll finish last. Let's hope. But first, let's see the results of the matches that you missed. It's been 4 games. You saw the win against RKC, of course. Then we beat ADO 5-1 at home. Then we beat PEC Zwolle 5-1 away from home. And then we beat Fortuna Sittard 3-1 at home, away from home, sorry. And then we lost to AZ 3-0. So before this game, you always get the odds, right? Who's gonna win and what odds they get when you want to bet on the game, you know, as in real life. And we actually had even, so we were the major favorites for this game, and we lost completely. They had an expected goal of 0.6, but they scored 3. So that's something that you're gonna get in every save in every season. There's gonna be some games that you're just not gonna win, even though you might deserve to. So standout players, of course, a lot of different goal scorers, and every attacker has been really good for us. I can't really mention 1 or 2 standout players, but it does leave us in first place. Even though we lost to AZ, we're still at 1 point above them, and our goal difference is better as well. Our goal difference was even more, well, of course, that's to be expected when we just lost to them 3-0. Promes top goal scorer for now, Huntelaar and Grimaldo with the most assists, and most player of the matches are Promes, Tadic, Neres, and Grimaldo as well. Neres is injured for I think about 4 weeks. Let me see, 8 days and 3 weeks. So that's a tough blow, but of course we have Anthony on the bench who is now going to start for us. Probably. This is going to be the starting 11. Is it? Because now we don't have Anthony. You know what? Where is Anthony? Here he is. I like Kudus, but I'm going to do it like this. Yeah. So Onana in goal, Mazraoui, Ta, Martinez, Grimaldo, Klaassen, Blind, Anthony, Tadic, Promes, and Huntelaar. Let's get Huntelaar out of there for Pedro, João Pedro, of course, the new man, just like Anthony, and Grimaldo as well, because Tagliafico is injured as well. Let me see if I can find him. Tagliafico is injured for 10 days and 3 weeks, so both Tagliafico and Neres are gone for maximum of 3 weeks, so that's two big blows, two big starting 11 players who are gonna miss for the next 3 weeks, with some very important games. Of course, the game against Liverpool, the game against Leipzig, and probably also the game against Feyenoord that both of them are gonna miss. Oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. So that's gonna be very tough, but let's hope we don't get any more injuries. And otherwise we'll just have to find another way of fixing that. So let's proceed to the match. Go to match, teams are warming up, and we get the beautiful screen with the team sheet. Of course, that's the word I was looking for. I had the word sheet in my head, but for some reason the word team wasn't coming up. But the beautiful team sheet, which I am still completely in love with. I expect a win tonight, but let's give the fans a performance. And also let's move it back to director, because I have it on 2D when I'm not recording, but I'm playing on director when I am recording. So here we have it, the game against Club Brugge. A little bit confusing that they're FCB just like Barcelona and Bayern, but we're just gonna have to remember that it's not either one of them. It's Club Brugge. It should be beatable. Anthony now with the ball could set up a counter attack here. Beautiful through ball here to Promes, and that should have been a 1-0, but a good save by their goalkeeper, and we get a corner kick. Is it still like in FM20? Anytime you got a corner kick after a save of the goalkeeper, it wasn't gonna amount to anything, and it looks like it's gonna be the same. At least this time, it doesn't lead to any chance. Mazraoui with the throw and throws it to Ta, to Klaassen, back to Ta. Long ball forward, but it's intercepted because João Pedro wasn't moving towards the ball. He was moving away from it. And now Club Brugge with a chance, but their ball gets intercepted as well. But headed straight back to them. Sobol with the ball on the left side, plays it to the middle, Ritz, and he just wide of the post. Could have been the 1-0 for Brugge, but luckily he missed the goal. 0 shots on target for Club Brugge. Liverpool are leading against Leipzig, as you can see. Sadio Mane with a 1-0 in the 18th minute. And it is still 0-0 here in Belgium, so let's fire the players up. We get a free kick here. Grimaldo to take it. Takes it short to Tadic. Tadic to Klaassen in the midfield. Klaassen forward to Huntelaar to Anthony. Promes. And there is the 1-0. Quincy Promes. I forgot to take Huntelaar off again for João Pedro. So anytime I said Pedro, I meant Huntelaar. But it's 1-0. Promes with the goal. And in the meantime, Milner has doubled Liverpool's lead against Leipzig. So they are leading 2-0 now at the break. And we're leading 1-0. As you can see, the expected goals is pretty even between the teams, and other than that, nothing really of note. We have seen Nusa here. This is pretty cool as well, right? You get an extra bit of advice. First of all, of course, the XG, so you can look at that, and if the opponent has a very big XG, you know you might want to play a little bit more defensive. But also this, we've seen Mazraoui getting skinned all too often today, so that means that he is probably not good enough for his opponent, or he is just having an off day, which any player could have, of course. But maybe that's something for us to look at the opposition. Let me just find where the opposition instructions are. Here it is. So their number 11 was getting past Mazraoui all of the time. So let's not mark him, but let's press him and let's tackle him as well. And show him onto his weaker foot. So confirm changes. There it is. A very small button to confirm the changes, but there we have it. And let's hope that that changes this thing right here. The Mazraoui is not gonna get skinned anymore. Let's hope we can score another goal. it did happen again, quite frankly. Let's see if we can stop him off for Kleiber maybe, because it is not his day today. Let's get Pedro on for Huntelaar because he should have started in the first place, but he didn't. But he's gonna play now. Liverpool leading 3-0 now, at 4-0 even. Salah and Milner. Yeah, sure, let's take Tadic off for Kudus. Salah and Milner with a 3-0 and a 4-0 for Liverpool. Still 1-0 here in Brugge in Belgium. Let's hope we can keep this lead. Only 5 minutes left. We're gonna make a few subs. Let's get Anthony off of there for Victor Jensen and Klaassen for Alvarez as well. Let's confirm those in the last 5 minutes. Let's hope we can keep a hold of this lead. 6 minutes injury time, still 1-0. Only 1 minute left. What is gonna be our first game in the Champions League? Club Brugge with on the attack. Siebe Schrijvers here with the ball. Blind with a perfect tackle, but Promes loses it. No. And that should have been the equalizer, but we work it away for a corner. But we should have just kicked it straight forward up the field. They get a corner kick here, headed away by Alvarez. Straight back to Vormer on the left side with a cross. Again, this time it's kicked away in the right direction, and that should be the end of the game. What an exciting end to the match, a very nervy end to the match as well. But it looks like it's gonna end in a 1-0 win for us, and there it is. There's the full-time whistle. We do win the game 1-0. Wouldn't necessarily say it was deserved, but it doesn't matter. We have the 3 points. We have the 3 points, and that what matters. That is what matters most right now. So I'm gonna do this off camera, of course, because you guys probably don't really care about that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see you guys in just a second for the Liverpool game. So see you guys in a second. And we're back for the game against Liverpool. One league game in between. It was a game against Groningen. We drew 1-1. It was just, we deserved to win this one, but we just couldn't finish our chances enough. So we only scored 1 goal, and they actually came in front in the first place. So we were in the end lucky to get the equalizer, but we deserved more looking at the stats. But sadly, only 1 point, and that does also mean that we dropped down to second place. AZ have overtaken us. They are 1 point in front of, 1 point ahead of us. Our goal difference is still better, but you know, points are more important than goals, of course. So they are in first place. Most interesting thing here is that FCM is in fourth. For those of you who don't know the league that much, FCM are in the top league for I think about 3 seasons now, 2 or 3 seasons. This is gonna be the 3rd season, and they finished in 14th and 12th. So them being in 4th and PSV being in 6th and then Feyenoord in 11th is a little bit surprising. But we're facing Liverpool today, a completely different challenge. This is going to be the first team that's going to start for us. Onana, Mazraoui, Martinez, Grimaldo, Klaassen, Blind, Anthony, Kudus, Promes, and João Pedro. Kudus is going to start in... Why is this so weird? Kudus is going to start ahead of Tadic. Tadic probably is going to be subbed on somewhere in the second half. And yeah, not really anything else to say about that. So let's just get straight into it. Let's hope that we can do anything against Liverpool. It's gonna be very tough. But we're gonna try our best. Look at that team as well, man. I mean, compared to our team, it's gonna be hard. Let's just keep it at that. The media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go out there and put on a worthy display. Yeah, that sounds about right. Come into this one in good form. What the hell is he talking about? In the last 3 games, we only won 1 of them. So doesn't really sound like we're in too good a form. So they're a very good team. We're gonna relish the challenge of keeping our good form. Let's just do the middle one. Bearing in mind your congested fixture list, will you consider resting any players? I'm not gonna reveal anything. It might take one mistake, who knows. And look at that, we're playing at home. It looks to be sold out, and we have the first highlight, it seems like. Grimaldo with a throw in to Kudus, plays it back to Martinez, to Blind, back to Martinez again, to Kudus, again to Martinez with a long ball forward. And no, don't tell me, Pedro, but a very good save by Ellison. Was a one-on-one chance, but sadly the keeper with an amazing save. Grimaldo with a free kick this time. But Liverpool looked to be looking for the counter attack, but it doesn't really work out that way. And we might set up our attack this time, but we lose the ball immediately again. Both teams in the first 10 minutes are playing really sloppy, and now Liverpool with a chance again. Mohamed Salah on the right side hits the side netting. So still 0-0 after 10 minutes. That's actually not too bad if you think about what team we're playing. So let's tell the guys to focus, and Salah always press him. We had the throw in, but we throw it straight to the opposition here. Wijnaldum with the ball, plays it to Salah eventually on the right side, plays it back to Wijnaldum in the middle, to Trent on the right side, Salah to Trent, and that's the 1-0 Firmino. 20 minutes in, and there's the first goal for Liverpool. We might be playing a little bit too offensive, but you have to try something, and us playing at home as well, and the board wanting us to play attacking and entertaining football. I mean, you can't have everything, right? So let's just keep it like this for just a little longer. Promes with the ball here. Promes could be a goal, but another important save, and the defense helped the goalkeeper as well. So Mohamed Salah is just getting away from every single one of our defenders, and just looks unmarkable. But again, we're gonna give it a roll. Martinez with the free kick, eventually with a long ball forward, but no further than the Liverpool defense. And Mane this time shoots it over the goal. So it's safe to say that they are completely dominating us. And as it stands right now, we don't really deserve anything from this match, but you never know what's going to happen in the second half, or maybe even in the first half. The final few minutes before halftime, Mane with the ball, and a good save by Onana. Only 1 minute left, and 1 minute injury time as well. There is the halftime whistle. You could say we're only 1-0 down. I mean, it could be a lot worse, right? So show me something else in the second half. Everybody looked fired up, so let's try to go for it again. I know they're a very good team. I know it's Liverpool, but don't count us out just yet. Maybe, who knows what's going to happen here. Grimaldo with a throw into Promes. Back to Grimaldo. Grimaldo dribbles forward, plays to Blind, a through ball to Kudus. Playing it around very nicely. Promes one-on-one with the keeper. Promes, but a good save by Alisson again. And it's a corner kick for us. Promise to take it, but it's headed away. Ta can pick up the loose ball, but sadly it doesn't lead to anything after. So almost an hour gone. Robertson throws it straight to Kudus. I don't know why he did that. Mazraoui with the ball here could put in a cross, but he doesn't. He plays a very bad pass. Now Liverpool can set up an attack of their own right now, but they mess it up as well, just as we did. And our long ball forward gets headed down by Liverpool defense again, and another time Liverpool intercept our long ball forward. You know, I put it on even more direct attacks because I doubted that we were gonna get a very good team worked attack against Liverpool, you know, but maybe we should try shorter passing. Let's turn on shoot on sight, but let's do the shorter passing and let's see what we can do with that against Liverpool, because the long balls just aren't working. So Anthony is a lot of players are tired, so let's put Asana Bandé, and let's get Tadic on as well, and Alvarez as well. Luckily, right now you can make 5 subs and not only 3. Salah is injured. Salah is injured, so that's a good sign for us. And now Kudus looks tired as well. Let's see, we have Gravenberg on the bench. Klaassen let's do that. Let's put Klaassen in attacking mid. Let's get Grimaldo off of there for Timber as well. And that's the 5 subs made in the 74th minute. So no more subs for the rest of the match. Let's fire up the players one more time. Play very attacking. It's all or nothing right now. Let's pump the ball into the box and let's just see if we can get anything from it. The last 5 minutes, even if we lose it, it's going to be a very... it's not that bad because Liverpool are a very good team, of course. Only injury time left and we're playing very attacking, so that might mean that they could get a second here. Wijnaldum with the ball. Origi to Robertson on the left hand side, could put in a cross. He does, and that could have been the second, but it well defended by us. And now Tadic might set up a counter. Tadic with the through ball to Pedro, but it's not a well placed pass, and Liverpool can build up again. Robertson again from the left hand side, loses it, keeps it in though. And Firmino back to Robertson eventually on the left side, could put it in a cross again, goes past one opponent, plays it to Origi, and there is the 2-0. James Milner in the 91st minute, so that's a knockout blow for us in this game at least. Doesn't mean we're knocked out of the group stages, of course, but it does mean that we lose this match. With how much we're gonna see that in a couple of seconds. There are still 3 minutes to go. Mazraoui to Bandé, and that's a very poor shot. That should have been a goal. That should have honestly been a goal. He was like 3 yards out from the goal, and it should have been in the net. But sadly, we lose it 2-0. It was in the end a pretty even match, but it just wasn't to be right now today. So I'm not happy with the performance, even though we were playing. In the end it was pretty even. We were playing at home. We should have at least mounted more of a challenge against Liverpool, but it wasn't to be, as I said again. It sounds like we're knocked out right now the way I'm speaking. We're not. We still have a pretty good chance of progressing. Of course, only 2 matches played in the group stages. Let's just take a look at where we're going to meet for the next episode. And I think that it is going to be the final 2 group stage matches. So again, Club Brugge and Liverpool, but this time Club Brugge at home and Liverpool away from home. So there are going to be 5 games in between, and then the game against VVV Venlo between those 2 games as well. So the next episode is going to be those final 2 group stage games. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're still enjoying this series, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you want to see more of it and of my main series as well as soon as the full game launches. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.